You sound
I'm
like you are.
fine.
You sound like you're getting sick. That's all I'm saying.
I'm fine.
Do I have no audio? I have no audio. Now I have audio. Okay. What am I even doing? That's a great question.
Your best, which is all we could ask for.
No, I'm never doing my best. I'm always doing mediocre.
Where is this place?
That's my secret.
Are you also in the ghetto? No. You're less in the ghetto than the other places I've been looking at.
I could never be... Like, I've realized over and over and over again that, like, I could never be a modern woman. Just couldn't happen.
Oh, because you have to, like, look to see, like, is there a possibility of me getting mugged and or sexually assaulted here?
Oh, that amongst, like, everything else. Like, there's the actual logistic issue of that, but then there is also just the nature of, like, you gotta look good, and you gotta care about how you appear, and, like, you gotta do this and that, and whatever. And it's like, I realized that if I was born a woman, I would be the most naturally occurring butch woman on the planet. And it would be by the merit of simply just not wanting to be womanly. Because, like, I can't imagine sitting there and scouring the internet for a means by which I can get my nails done. Like, I would not care. I would probably be that person biting my nails off anyway. But I'm also in a unique situation where, like, I understand that, like, for the most part, people are just like, oh, but you look good when you get your hair, you know, cleaned up and your beard cleaned up and etc. But then I look at myself and, like, you know how you were describing the other day where you're like, I see myself in the mirror as this, like, ridiculously fat woman from that TV show? Like, when I see myself...
God, her next available is December 3rd. No thank you.
When I see myself, like, beardless and, like, short-haired, I, like, cringe into my skin. I'm like, that's not me. It's not what I physically look like. I don't look like this. That's not who I am. I don't look like this. This isn't me. Like, I have, like, a solid, like, 3 to 4 weeks of, like, actual dysphoria. It's maybe, like, the one weird trait that I have that's, like, I don't know why, and I don't know how to explain it, but it's, like, if I am ever too short of hair or, like, too little of beard, I look at myself and I just, like, start to freak out a little bit. Like, cleaning it up is one thing, but, like, when it's, like, short, I'm just like, ugh. And the only way that I really want it to become short is if I, like, start to lose my hair completely. Because then I have no excuse. Maybe one of the few things that, like, makes me genuinely sound crazy.
Yo, some of the nail art from this place is crazy.
What kind of stuff are they doing?
Like, here, I'll send it to you. Like, I don't like it, but I can sit there and go like, do you want to paint Warhammer?
want to paint Warhammer?
Like, hold on. Like, look at some of this stuff.
I just want to point out that actually is like a thing in the community right now, is like a lot of women that have been getting in are like people who do nail art, and like the guys are like, this isn't fair. It's not fair because they're bringing like pre-existing skills in, so they're all doing like tiny detail painting on the minis.
Like, I'm not a fan of the concepts of either of these, but the fact that like they're stitching on what's obviously supposed to be like Chucky's like pants, and like the eyeball, and like the highlights and the stuff, and like the
it's a lot of
freehand. Like, I'd feel so bad going in there and being like, I would just like my nails to be black, please.
Because they clearly are doing nail art. Yeah. Hey there, Desmond.
Yeah,
how's it going?
I would feel awful walking in and being like, black nails. Every time I go into a nail salon, they always go, that's all you want? And I'm like, yep.
Ooh, meditation
Black
time.
nails, please. These nails are wild. Like, hold on. I'm gonna show you one. I'm actually gonna show you a couple.
Okay.
Bear with me.
Take your time. I mean, I'm doing things, so...
They have so many on here that I feel like it could 100% get into, like, mini painting.
I mean, you don't know what they're doing in their spare time. Maybe they paint, like, dolls or something.
It would piss people off. Because they even have a thing being like, please note that none of this is like, because there are stencils. They're like, please note none of these are stencils.
Also, what do you mean, since when was the chat room a dictatorship? I'm confused by this. Mostly the, like, since when? Because, I mean, since always? It has literally always been a dictatorship. I controlled the... Oh, chat rules popped up? Yeah, I mean, it's always been that. We have a like a Steam group from years ago that's a joke about that. It's literally always said that it's a dictatorship. Like, I'll take a vote, but that doesn't mean I need to listen to you. Basically, it's just my way of saying, like, if you disagree with shit or cause trouble, like, I can ban you without having to provide justifiable reasoning because, get the fuck out, I own this place, what do you mean? Luckily, I haven't had to deal with anything related to that, so, you know, we're good. I kind of wish that I had enough of a community that I could get ban requests, because ban requests are, like, really fucking funny.
Also, some of the lengths of these nails, I'm like, how?
People get too long of nails, man.
Oh.
How would you feel about nails that are a clip-on?
No.
Because I'm just thinking, like, women want the look, right? But they don't necessarily love the having them there for, excuse me, as long as they do. Or that they lack utility, where it's, like, hard to do things with them sometimes. And so I'm just thinking, like, what if people invented clip-on nails, right? And then it's like, okay, well, you and your lesbian romance need to be going at it. You unclip your stuff, and then you can go crazy without needing to cut them up. You need to type at your keyboard on your fucking office job. Well, guess what? Now you just take off your nails.
So, okay, so that... I'm ignoring that completely. So, the thing
Wow.
was from a new place. Clip-on nails wouldn't work because... It wouldn't like, there's no way to make it so
No
a
way
fake
to
nail
adhere
is
it.
going to... Yeah, there isn't a way. Like, would they be... Like, would they be great? Yeah, but there's really no way, because it's like, it has to be either permanently glued to your nail bed, or not.
Yeah.
There are
Anyway,
caps
you were
where
gonna say...
They act like rings, like you put them on like a ring, but like those are obviously rings and not nails. So that's a lady that I've never used before. Okay?
Yeah.
The things that I just mentioned. I'm gonna send you the nails of the lady that I normally go to, and we'll see why I'm like, maybe I should just wait for my normal lady.
Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I?
I gotta go to her fucking website.
Dude, why do we keep losing as this fucking dude? Why is it like we can't get strong enough? But yeah, going back to it, I kind of wish that I did have, like, ban requests just because they seem really funny.
These are her most recent nails that she's free-handed. Like, they're crazy.
Alright, let's take a look. Okay, yeah, some of these are a little ridiculous. Like, they've got sculpture going on these.
Yeah, that's really big right now, and I don't like it, because it's like, I'm gonna catch it on shit. I already sliced my face open with my ring.
I mean, it's a little exaggerative to say you sliced your face open, but I get what you're saying. Because it was like you slit, like, part of your nose. But how'd you even do that?
I was taking off my shirt to shower, and I don't know how, but the point of my ring dug into where my nostril and my face meet.
Huh.
And so I now have a cut from the base of my nostril up to, like, the bridge of my nose.
Huh.
I don't know how. All I know is it hurt, and since Gwen was sleeping, I had to suffer in silence.
I would not have, because of somebody sleeping, I would not have cared. If it hurt, I would have been like, ah, fuck. Just be out there with it, you know? Alright, we might be able to get the win on this after all.
But I feel bad whenever I go get my nails done.
Because you always just get something simple.
Like, I'm always like, French tips.
I don't think you understand
sometimes,
that, like, the basics are what pay for them a lot of the time.
So sometimes I'll get black French tips. Ooh.
I'm gonna be honest, that sounds cooler.
Like, I'm gonna go in there, go in, get out. Like, I want nails to feel feminine. I'm gonna feel feminine and pretty for about a month. They're gonna fall off. I'm like, the moment one of them falls off,
You just rip the rest off?
because usually what people do is one falls off and you just get nail glue and you glue it back on to last, right? I'll do that once, but if another nail falls off or if it falls off again, I rip the fuckers off.
Yeah.
It's always a waste of money for me. Like, there's no point.
That makes sense. Not the, like, action itself, but, like, the you doing that. Jesus Christ, holy shit. Too many dudes, dude. Simply die, please? That would be fantastic. There we go. I wonder what the max level on these guys is, because it better not be like 9999, etc. repeating. But clearly it's above 10. Alright, we got a new building. Meditation hut. Let's get this built. Will this work? That's fine. Nice. I am gonna need to figure out how to do this shit a little bit more smoothly in the future, it seems. But this is fine for now. I think that was the last... That was the last thing for there. I don't like that this guy automatically chooses upgrades. I hate this. I hate this with a passion, in fact. I hate every single character that will choose automatically for you. Done, 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 done. Okay. So we are just finishing up the next two, basically. So we have 2 undiscovered blueprints and then whatever's in here. And this should hopefully get us 2 gears, maybe? I think that's how it works, because it doubles up on guys now. I love starting with maxed out things, honestly. I think whenever I get either more or less 90% of the way through this and just have to do the cleanup on everything, that's when I'm probably going to start doing Dog Witch and try and move through that. Yeah, this works. Cool. Good combinations on everything, honestly. I think big damage right now is maybe the best thing that we can go for in the beginning. Because we are going to have these kind of moments of just a million dudes that we have to tank out in the early game. And it's only going to get worse from there. Interesting. Maybe a good option. Oh no. She really is getting sick on us.
I'm not.
That or she's developing lupus.
I want you to know, sometimes my body is in so much pain. Like, when I go to the bathroom, I'm like, I have to sit there and, like, brace myself.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm not kidding when I'm like, I hurt all the time.
Oh, new one.
And so far, the doctor does not know why.
Berserk.
I'm like, it's like I've been, like, I've lost weight. I didn't hurt this bad when I was fatter.
It could be that you were, like, in a state of homeostasis. And now it's all thrown off.
Like...
So this is why I wish that you were just in Canada, because, like, then you could just go to the doctor and be like, do a workup.
Like, well, that's what I did.
Yeah, but then you guys have to pay for that shit, which is, like, the fuck
Yeah, I'm
part.
waiting for the bill, which is gonna be about $900.
Which is crazy. That should just not cost that much money.
Yeah, well, I got every test in the book done. They even tested me for rabies.
Why?
Any possible thing that causes like body is sore, they tested me for. So they're like, we're gonna take your blood, we're gonna test pretty much everything you can fucking think of. I'm like, sick. What up?
I just think it's crazy that they're like, we're gonna test you for rabies, a thing that you can't possibly have.
Well, I got bit by a bat sometime that I just don't remember.
I love that you're just like, yeah, you know, things could just not exist in my mind.
It's like when I... Okay, the best way I can describe it is like, have you ever had a headache so bad that like you have to squint?
I've talked about it before. I've literally had a headache so badly that I lost my eyesight because of like the fever associated with it.
So take the pain from that headache and then put that in every bone of your body.
Yeah. That was me when I had COVID.
I had to tell them, like, it's not my muscles. It's like, my muscles would make sense. Like, I'm working out, right? My muscles make sense if I'm sore, right? Like, my leg muscle being sore right now is like, oh, when I walked a fuck ton today, didn't drink water today. That makes sense.
Rachel, it's like 3 days. You need to start behaving normally.
I was being facetious. I've had water today. Not as much as I should be, but I had water. So it's like that. I know why my leg muscle hurts. But like the fact that like I can feel every vertebrae in my spine screaming for help when it moves. Or like literally when I like have to twist to do anything. My spine is like, fucking please kill us. TMI, at one point I like peed and I was just like, I actually don't have my back is in so much pain I can't like wipe, so I'm just gonna get in the shower instead.
I hate to say I've done that actually. there have been times in the past I've done that when I'm really sick.
Yeah, but I'm not sick.
Well, I mean, you're saying you're not, but every description sounds like you are.
Okay, but my body hurting has been hurting for several months.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that you're not sick. I'm not talking about sick like, I have the flu. I mean, like, you might have a chronic illness.
Maybe. It'd be great if it could go away.
I mean, that's the hope, right?
My one friend was like, maybe because like he had a herniated disc for a while. He's like, it's excruciating. And I'm like, no. I'm like, this isn't. I can kind of tell the difference between like nerve pain and not nerve pain. I'm like, I don't think this is a herniated disc or like any. I'm like, it's literally my bones. This is not just my back. It's also like my hips. It's my shoulder. It's my neck.
It's my human bones.
Every bone in my. It's my frail human bones. My hollowed out human bones. Like every time my bones hurt, I'm just like, oh. It's like take that headache pain and then just spread it. throughout every bone in your body, and that is what it feels like every time I move. If I am sitting stationary and not moving, I don't hurt at all.
This is so interesting.
The moment I start moving, my body is like, suffer. It's one, aside from like needing a new mattress because my bed frame's too big because I'm stupid. Like, it's one of the reasons I got another mattress. It's like, maybe it's my mattress making it worse, and like I got like a mattress that was like memory foam but like kind of firm. Nope. My body still hurts.
Also, because you weren't here, this is just like a segue from bed because my brain went to it. Despite the fact that I only sleep well on one side of my bed, I was like, I want to see about something, and then I went to try to sleep on your side of the bed, and it doesn't squeak, and I'm like, so it's just my side of the bed.
Oh.
So, like, there's something to do with, like, the screws or something on my side of the bed that makes it squeak.
Or it could just be that because you sleep on there so often, it's just starting to, like, you know.
But it's really funny that it's, like, your side of the bed, like, even right now, like, me laying on it, nothing. Then I switch over to my side, and I'm like, God damn it, the side I sleep on is the one that makes the noise. Like, just, that's me luck. Where it's like, of course, right? Like, of course it is. How's the pitting of balls going? I mean, it's fine. We're succeeding, I guess you could say.
You know what really sucks? When it flares up when I'm walking.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm walking, the back hurts. Like, my lower spine hurts so bad. I have to be like, I have to sit for like 30 minutes. That's not normal.
40% chance to make enemies go berserk for 9 seconds.
And I don't know if it's due to the shape of my ass. Or not. But like, my spine's straight. They did that thing where they have you like bend like forward and they like feel the spine.
It might be. Wait, so like you're like my spine is fine, it's just my ass.
Yeah, like they did that thing where like they trace your spine. Like, they press really hard to see if the spine is like bent or anything, and they did scans where like your spine is like perfectly straight. I have a straight spine. My spine isn't curved. Because if my spine was curved, that would make sense as to why I'm like, my fucking ass hurts. Like, my lower back is killing me. For more blood shit, and they have to put me in a tube.
I'm a little surprised, honestly, about the spine thing. I thought that your spine would have had curvature, but it's like, nope, it's just fat ass.
Oh. Just a fat ass.
And like, not even like derogatory, just ass too fat.
90-degree shelf, if you will.
It's not 90 degree, but it is just.
It's like 60. I'd say it's a 60-degree ass. my fucking hips are fucking 60 degrees. I showed you this morning. It's like I'm only losing weight in the rib cage.
Depression ball, it got that bad in the bag. Dude, it's been that bad in the bag for like 7 months.
Yeah, we're all kind of on the verge of wanting to kill ourselves.
Everybody's just kind of tanking it, you know?
Honestly, if Beans had to get her eye removed, I'd be really bad.
Here's the thing, though. I would be making the best out of that situation, because I'd be like, fuck, now we got, like, a limbless Cyclops.
Oh, let me tell you the newest stuff from Megan.
Oh boy, we've got witch updates.
Well, I still keep in touch. Megan.
Is that Pet Bills? I mean, like, it would have been Pet Bills, but right now Pet Bills not too bad.
Pet bills? Yeah, no. I have to pay like $200 in 2 months when she goes and gets her eye fucking scanned. Which is doable. But Megan, she can't get apartments because they're like, you kind of have to like be here in person.
Huh.
And I'm like, that's fair.
They're wanting to interview, basically.
And so her school, because
hey, Kira.
she's going to school, and she's going to be going to school in Glasgow for physical therapy. And I'm like, that's a bad idea, but whatever. And she thought that her literary arts degree would somehow make it so she didn't have to take the pre-courses to being a physical therapist. And she's like, well, I took a phlebotomy class. And I'm like, that's not the... Yeah, no, just let me finish. And then she's like, well, I took a phlebotomy class, and then I have my nurse's assistant certificate. And I'm like, hey, those aren't the same thing.
These are all not compatible degrees.
That would be like me being like, I have a CPR certification. Yeah, pat me in for brain surgery, doc. Like, what are you talking about?
Like
So,
I have my social services worker degree. And that's not an early childhood worker's degree, but most ECW places will still hire you as long as you show competence, right? But they might ask you to go back to college to get, like, the proper certification. But usually that's like, guess what? You've already done 30 to 60% of the same classes. A literary arts degree is nothing to do with medication.
Nothing. So she, well, she also thought like her phlebotomy and her...
Yeah, no, I got that.
Like her nurses, and I'm like, hey, those aren't the same fucking thing at all. At all. Like, it's not even like, you know how I say like same cake, different topping? It's not even same cake, different topping.
These are dramatically different things.
And the other is like a sirloin steak. Like, what are you talking about? It's food, but like, that's it. So she's taking pre-courses, and those pre-courses start in July. And so she's like, I have
1,500 rock.
Like, I have time to do all this shit and to get everything settled and to get my house ready to sell and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, great. And she's like, well, actually, I have a favor to ask you. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, I have to go to Scotland to like look at apartments, to try to get approved for an apartment, to try to figure out the ins and outs of the apartments. I also kind of want to meet my immigration attorney in person. And I'm like, okay.
Reasonable things to say, yes.
100%. I'm like, if you need me to like go in and check up on your cat because your mom can't, I can do it once or twice while you're gone, but I can't do it every day because that's a drive for me. She's like, no, actually, I was wondering, can you come to Scotland with me? And I was like, I'm like, okay, I'm like, so would you be paying for, I'm like, if I said yes.
Hypothetically.
Would you pay for my plane ticket? And she's like, well, no. I'm like, then no. Because, like, it's not even like it would even be like a vacation, right? It's
because
like,
you're stuck with her helping.
Because I'm stuck with you helping try to find apartments. Like, because I'm sad, I was going to take a long weekend come May as a birthday present to myself. I was going to take a Friday off. I was going to go down to Salem. Why? Because I go every year, and I fucking love Salem. And 3 days, I can afford that. I paid off a loan. So I was going to treat myself and go to Salem. I'm like, I would rather do that, but, like, get to Salem via a horse and buggy than fly 14 hours with you to Scotland. Sorry. And, like, I know, deep in my bones, I would have fun in Scotland, right? But I can't because I'd be helping her. I can't go do things that I want to do. Like, here's the thing, right? It would be one thing if she's like, I'm moving to Albany, New York. Like, oh, yeah, I can go and I can help you find apartments. It's Albany. I don't want to fucking... Albany, every city in New York. There's violent crime and a lot of homeless people, so I know what I'm looking for, right? But it's like, you're going to Scotland. I'm like, I want to go look at things. There's castles I want to go look at. There's fun pubs that I want to go visit. But no, I have to go into very small apartments, and because you're stupid, you're like, hey, that's black mold. Or like, hey, it's not safe that there's only this kind of lock. Or, hey, you're on the first floor, that's not good. So I was like, well, I'm like, you have your connections with that guy named Jim here, who like did the tour, and was like, if you have any questions, if you have anything to ask for, when you come to next, when you come to Scotland, just reach out. I'm like, why don't you reach out to him? Why don't you ask Jim for help? She's like, well, he would like be driving us around, and he'd be like a second opinion, but like, I'm like, why don't you ask your mom to come? She's like, well, like her husband's getting like really bad with his MS, so like, she probably won't be able to leave him.
You know, that's fair. Multiple sclerosis is bad.
It is. And she's like, I'm really worried that, you know, because like they also have his kids living with them now because the daughter had a stroke, and so they're trying to get back on their feet. And she's like, so I really don't think she's gonna be able to leave and like go with me back to Scotland a second time in such a short time frame. I'm like, okay, like if you paid for my ticket, I'd go. If you paid for my ticket, I'd be like, sure, I'll take 5 days off work and I'll go to Scotland. Hell yeah. But I'm only looking at apartments for you for one fucking day, and the rest of the time I'm gonna go out and look at cool shit. But no, it's gonna be 5 days of me trying to find you an apartment, and it's not even gonna be you trying to find an apartment and asking me for help, because after living with you for 3 years, I do all of the work. And
you know what you're getting into.
And I go, these are your options, and she picks one.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into.
Fucking work. Yeah, and like I'm cool with that, but like I've done it for so long. Like that was the whole purpose of me moving out. Is one, I was tired of you wiping literal shit on the wall. And two, I didn't want to deal with the situation that you put me in.
Also, I don't mean to interject, but just because I didn't want to interrupt the Rachel ranting, because I mean that's always quality stuff, especially when it's about this woman. But Misty did also at one point ask about assisting with the beans.
No.
There you go.
It's just $200. I can afford it. I paid off a loan, so I can thankfully save a lot more money now a month. So
I was also Gand. I was gonna make a really inappropriate joke.
If the eye has to get removed, I'm a panic. A little. There's gonna be a little bit of a panic.
Kira, you don't know how much hydrate needs to be used in this chat, and not for me.
Yeah, Kira, I didn't have water for 2 days. I didn't have any liquids for 2 days, actually.
Any liquids is crazy, by the way. Like, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
Pasta, just Rachel.
Sorry.
I didn't have water either. I actually did that, so I remembered to go get water. Fucking women and drinking, man. Like, drink water.
I was gonna say, Kira's a girl, right?
Yeah.
Her. Yeah, just girly things. Because then we're gonna sit there and go like, why do I have a headache?
Why do I have a headache? Why my stomach hurt? Why my blood thick? Like, it's ridiculous.
Hey,
it's crazy.
Not a diabetic. Not even close.
The fact that you are not even close
vitals.
is crazy, and I mean that like how?
They took my vitals. Right? They took my. I have high blood pressure, but that's. They were like, "Are you?" They like looked at my medications, like, you have anxiety, and I'm like, all the time.
Weirdly enough, despite how fat I am, also they were like, when I went to the dentist and was getting all my shit done, one of the things that they check you for is blood pressure, which was
'cause they don't want you passing out on the table.
Well, more specifically, the reason that they gave me, was in case you had like any negative reactions to any like anesthetics. So like
Yeah,
not just
so it's- yeah.
not just passing out, but like if you have like a known heart condition, you might not be able to take a couple of them, right? And I was just like, no, I'm good usually. But they need to check you, so they test it, and they're like, you're a little above normal, but you also did just get scanned and say that you haven't had your blood, you know, or your blood pressure checked in like 6 years, so you're probably just a little anxious. And I'm like, I am extremely anxious right now. You scanned my face with a machine that played carnival music.
Like, when I went to the doctor, like, my blood pressure gets so high that they're like, is this anxiety? And then I'm like, no, I'm like, high blood pressure runs in my family. And they're like, yo, you're 30. When you hit like 35, might want to go on like a pill. But because my blood pressure was it was like 217 over 140. Like, when it got done scanning, the machine screamed. And the nurse literally looked at me, looked at the machine, looked at me again. I took a picture and I sent it to Gwen, and I was like, how bad is this? And she was like, that's not good.
Jesus Christ.
The nurse was like, you're about to meet a lot of people very fast. And I'm like, huh? And so then a doctor came in. Well, the nurse practitioner came in. The nurse took my blood pressure. And it said the same thing, give or take, like a point or two. And then she went, huh. And then the machine screamed again. And then they went and they got a doctor. And they're like, do you feel fine? I'm like, I feel totally fine right now. I'm like, I'm anxious. Like, but I feel totally and completely fine right now. And they're like, yeah, well, this is like blood pressure that like hints on like you're gonna die soon. Like, you have like a problem. Like, I feel good. And they're like, okay. They just like push the machine away. They're gonna ignore that completely. Because like when I went in this past time to the doctor for like my hey, why does my spine hurt? They were like, you're everything is fine. Like, your blood pressure is fine. Like, I have high or my blood sugar is fine, but like you have like high blood pressure, but if it runs in the family on both sides, that just might just be genetic, and you have high anxiety and you're stressed all the time. So like when you hit like 35, you might have to get put on a blood thinner. I'm like, all right, whatever.
And I'm assuming
That's
that
fine.
their real hope of that might also just be like exercise and also drinking more fluids will hopefully even those out, you know? Also, I do just want to point out, fucking Pasta posted, it's a girl thing. I genuinely wonder if that is because my sister almost passed out once at a water park because heat plus no water, and another time did pass out on the beach because of no drinky.
Yeah. They're just girly things, we forget.
And also, Nurse went several cutscenes will play in sequence is really good. You're gonna be here for a minute.
Yeah, well, like they didn't want me to leave until it went down. So like after every couple of minutes, they would, because I went.
They would
there
check
when
you
my kidney
again.
was hurting really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm also just kind of in a lot of pain. So you know, girly things. But yeah, my blood pressure is really bad. So they're like, you might want to like probably like your primary. I'm like, I don't really have a primary.
Average
Now,
American medical systems thing.
At that point, I didn't, and they're like, you should get one, so I did. And so, yeah, he's like, you should probably, it's a man. He was like, you should probably like go on blood pressure. And the first thing I told him when I met this fucker was like, I know I'm fat. I know I am, but if you look at my records, I've lost this much weight. So I know and I didn't have these problems prior to my weight, like my weight being like real big. Like, instead of really, really big, now I'm just real big. I'm like, so I know it's not the problem. So can you figure it the fuck out? So
Just the way that was described.
here's hoping. And it's funny because I'm me, like, he asked, right? He was like, we're gonna test you for blah blah blah. What else do you want to get tested for? And I started listing off because I was like researching before going in, and I'm like, I have all of these horrific conditions. Right?
You
So
can't fucking medical search online and not end up in that situation.
I want you to test me for this, for this, for this. And he was like surprised, like he was like all right, whatever. And then I was like, ankylosing spondylitis. I want you to fucking test me for it. he went, that's one I haven't heard in a long time. Like, test me for it. He's like, we'd have to take like a thing of your spine and blah blah blah. I'm like, I pay.
They're not going to
rent.
fucking spine tap you.
It's not a spine tap.
Well,
like,
they're not gonna take
I'm
like a sample from you either. Like,
I pay your rent, sir. Medical isn't. It's a business. I'm a customer.
no, it isn't.
It's
a service.
I am paying your mortgage. And so what I did was I gave him a list of everything that I wanted to be tested for. And when he was like, I'm gonna deny, he's like, no. I'm like, cool. I'm like, then I want you to
Stop being a hypochondriac.
I told him, hey, listen, first off, I'm just trying to reach my deductible. Alright? So then I can go in for the real big shit.
This is what's fucked up about America, that you're like, I need to hit a minimum threshold before I can go in and get seen for real problems. Just be seen for real problems.
And so I was like, no, it's just like in case like a big problem.
No, I understand what you mean. I'm just saying.
So I was like, I'm like, what I want you to do is, like, I want you to say that you're denying me these tests. And I would like you to print them out and give it to me. He's like, why? I'm like, because if I have one of these, and I go to another doctor and I get it tested and they say that I have one of these, I'm like, I can come back at you. And he just stared at me and he's like, fine, we'll fucking test. He didn't say fucking, he was like, all right, Miss Saxton, we will test you for these. And I'm like, thank you! Thank you very much! So they're testing me for fucking everything. Everything. Because I'm like, my spine hurts. Figure out why. Figure it out. And I hate the fact that he was like, it might just be fibromyalgia, which is just like,
it might be.
So we're just gonna blanket term it in an umbrella.
My mom had fibromyalgia.
Yeah, and that's the other thing, like, it could go away on its own.
Doctor, can you diagnose me for big dickitis disease, please?
And well, the thing with fibromyalgia, he was like, it could be stress-induced fibromyalgia.
Yeah, well, like, that's the thing is, there is literally stress-induced fibromyalgia.
In my head, I'm like, that doesn't exist.
Essentially what it is, like, nobody has any idea as to how it works. It's a debate whether it's, like, a, you know, situation where people are imagining it and it's becoming real, or if it's a situation where it's something in the brain is misfiring and it's becoming real. But essentially, it's just people that feel pain for no clear, discernible reason and can't be properly diagnosed as to why. And so it's like, it is real, but like, we don't know how real in terms of mental illness or like neurological problem. Slip disc is gonna fuck you up. What is the 40K universe? I'm sorry? That is a non sequitur if ever there was one, and I don't necessarily know the reference in this case. I mean, I know Warhammer, but like, why would we be directing to that path at the moment, you know? Okay, this is too many things on screen bouncing. My eyes, they do not work, they do not function. Oh, what is this? The 40K universe, gotcha. Yeah, no, Rachel's just got situations to be dealing with, unfortunately. Because medical care in the US is a bit of a joke.
Yeah.
It's like one of the highest qualities of medical care, but like one of the least efficient services of medical care. Like, you have so many A+ rank doctors there, but then like the actual like service is shit.
Well, then you also have to take into account, hey, no offense, they look at me and they go, you are a fat woman, so we know what your problems are. It is your period and the fact that you are overweight. And then you have to go, no. Like, despite my doctor being a guy, I am really happy when I point to him and he's like, I'm fat, I get it. Let's move on.
He was like, okay, well, at least you're aware.
Yeah, I was like, I get it. I'm fat. And I even took my food journal and because he was like, well, because like my kidney doctor was just like, well, your kidney stones are probably due to your diet. And I was like, every meal, basically. Fuck off. No. Like...
Yeah.
No. No, it's not my I'm not eating Taco Bell every day. It's like a once-a-month treat. Okay? And Taco Bell once a month doesn't give me my kidney stones.
Excuse me, why are we fighting God? It's not God, it's the Lord of Owls. Ooh.
Oh, I'm annoyed. I'm angry. What else is there?
So still a god? I mean, is being the lord of something the same as being a god? I don't know. Elden Lord? But if you're Elden Lord, you're not actually God. You are the representative of God. The god that you are serving is different because Marika was the god and the Lord was Godfrey. My doctor did that with me, trying to blame it on my weight, but I'm like, look, I'm fat, but that has nothing to do with my leg injury.
Who said that, Pasta?
Kira.
Yeah.
This is a known issue, especially in America, for women, though. Like, the way that women get diagnosed by, like, the medical care system is so fucking insane. And I think one of the funniest stories that I've ever heard was a person that I followed one time, who got, like, a new doctor. They went in, it was a male doctor, and the doctor kept on trying to, like, say that everything was because they were a woman. And they were like, now, the really funny part is I am a trans woman, so this is clearly a gendered experience and not a biological one, because he just didn't know that yet. And it's like, okay, cool.
It's really rough out here if you are a woman and you are a person of color. Then the medical's real bad.
I would imagine.
Like, did you see the video of, like, a woman who is like, the baby is coming, alright? Like, the baby's head is, like, in the birth canal. And, like, the nurses are just, like, taking, like, she's sitting in a chair and the nurses are just taking her info. Like, when is your due date? And the lady's like, right fucking now. And they're just casually and very slowly taking the info. It's so sad. It's like, what the fuck do you mean?
So I hate to be on the other side of that a little bit, but I used to get calls for people for the, like, intro part of that, where they would call and then I would notify the doctor. And you've got to go through it very slowly and very methodically while they're sitting there freaking out. And if you don't go through it slowly and methodically, you will miss detail. And so, like, they just don't get that, like, you need to get this info, and, like, you don't understand what their pain is.
But no. If the baby's head is like,
yeah, if the baby is physically coming out of you.
That's what was happening. The baby was in the vagina, and they were forcing her to sit in a chair and give her info. If I was
you're gonna get sued territory.
In them stirrups, put your fucking feet up. We're pushing the baby out. We'll get the info later, right? We'll get the info when you're fucking awake. You're done pushing this baby out your hoo-ha. We gotta get your feet up. Push. Like, the fact that the nurse was just like, all right, when is like, the baby was coming. Like, there's no time.
I'm gonna end this video and then we'll start up the next one.